The results in our late bulletin just before 10:30. Right, Shefali has joined me now. We're going to talk weather in a minute, plenty to talk about there, but a little bit of a clue behind you. You've been out on the road with a rather intriguing chap. Tell me more.
I have indeed, Mary, yes. Yes, his name is Joseph Coelho. He's a children's poet and writer who has set himself the task of joining a library in every local authority in the UK to highlight the work that they do. Today he's been in 5 Midlands counties visiting Audley, Albrighton, Pershore and Tewkesbury, as well as Southwater Library in Telford, which is where I caught up with him earlier today. One man in his camper van on a mission. Award-winning children's poet and author Joseph Coelho has set himself the challenge of joining a library in every region of the country. That's 209 libraries in total, with the aim this month to cover 70 in just 25 days. And today he's joining several in the Midlands, including Southwater here in Telford.
We live in a very insular world now. A lot of young people are often online and creating these very kind of small worlds. When you go to a library, you can go and you can interact with people face to face, and you can find out about worlds beyond your own.
Joseph's love of libraries inspired this challenge. For him, libraries have been pivotal to his success.
Luna checks out her books. Mini Monsters, check. Magic Mayhem, check. The Troll King and the Mermaid Queen, check.
And much to the delight of Telford and Wrekin Council, Joseph's presence has also given a boost to their summer reading challenge.
You're joined to the library now.
Thank you so much.
That's
grand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Challenge is really important to us because it helps combat children's dip in reading ability over the summer. So Challenge supports them to keep reading between July and September.
Emily is one of the teenagers who's benefited. She's been using this library since she was 5.
It's helped me widen my vocabulary, and it's also helped me to help younger children read as well, and it's also helped with my imagination. So it's definitely broadened my imagination and actually helped me write stories myself from reading previous books. It helps younger children because it makes them a bit more encouraged, and it encourages them to read bigger books and better books, and it also helps with them with school and how they can read and write by just coming and going to the library and just picking up the most basic of a book and reading.
Joseph began his challenge in May, and so far he's acquired 89 library cards. So just 120 more libraries to go. Shefali Oza, BBC Midlands Today, Telford.
Gosh, Shefali, wasn't Emily fabulously articulate?
She's inspirational in herself.
She really is. Now, we've had some wonderful weather over the weekend. Is it too much to hope that we might have a little bit more? Squeeze out the last of summer?
Too much to hope. Today was the last of the latest clutch of hot and sticky days, I'm afraid. But if you don't like it, then it's good news for you. It wasn't totally sunny today. We did have some cloud about, and we already started to feel the effects of some cooler air filtering in the north of the region, where temperatures actually reached 22 Celsius. But in Warwickshire, once again, we saw highs of 29 Celsius, which is where the best of the sunshine was. But as I've hinted at, things are breaking down now. In fact, we are seeing these frontal systems push in from the west, from the Atlantic, low pressure driving them in. They'll be weakening at times, so Thursday and Friday isn't looking too bad, but for Wednesday, tomorrow, we are looking at more significant amounts of rain, and we'll start to see the effects of that frontal system tonight. In fact, the cloud is thickening up from the west. We'll see some showery outbreaks of rain coming through during the first half of tonight, and then during the early hours of tomorrow morning, we'll see those fading away, and it's much drier by then, but still cloudy, quite misty and murky, and humid, and also still quite warm. Temperatures holding up at around 13 to 14 Celsius in a gentle westerly breeze. But then we start to see the frontal system pepping up, and this cold front sweeping through from west to east during the second half of tomorrow morning. So we could see some fairly wet weather, some thunder as well, heavy bursts of rain in places. So it is going to end up being quite a wet, cloudy day, but still the breeze light from the southwesterly direction, taking temperatures to 18 to 21 Celsius. So you will notice the difference, certainly in terms of the temperature. Much cooler day in prospect, which, as I say, is probably going to benefit some people. And then that rain clears to the east by tomorrow night. It takes the cloud with it, so much clearer conditions. And under those clearer conditions, temperatures dropping to about 10 to 11 Celsius. So at least for most places, still holding up into double figures, but we're beginning to lose that humidity. And then as we head into the rest of the week, well, Thursday in itself is going to look largely dry, just a few showers around. We've got some weakening fronts, as I say, heading in from the west. So even Friday, there'll be a handful of showers, but mostly dry conditions. And then for Saturday, we could have some rain, but dry by Sunday and cooler.